Hi everyone, in this video we're going to explore how pigments are extracted from natural substances and what role they play in creating colors. We'll also look at how colors are mixed using two main methods, additive and subtractive synthesis. First, let's start by understanding what pigments and colorants are. A pigment is a substance that is insoluble in the medium it is in. This means it stays suspended in a liquid or dispersed in a solid. On the other hand, a colorant is a substance that is soluble in the medium it colors. So while pigments are solid particles that give color by sitting in a substance like paint, colorants dissolve and spread throughout the substance like dyes in fabrics.
Humans have been using pigments since ancient times. But how are these pigments extracted? One of the earliest examples of this can be found in the prehistoric cave paintings in Lascaux. Early humans used minerals, for instance ochre comes from iron oxide-rich clay or even charcoal. These minerals are ground into fine powders which are then mixed with a binder like oil to create these pigments. Because these substances were insoluble in water, they were classified as pigments. As time went on, civilizations like the Egyptian began using colorants, substances soluble in water, from natural sources such as plants and animals to dye fabrics. From plants, we get pigments like indigo from the indigofera plant, which is boiled and processed to create deep blues. And pigments from plants need fermentation or boiling to extract the colorants. And some pigments come from animals. For example, carmine red is made from cochineal insects, which are dried, crushed, and processed to create a brilliant red dye.
Subtractive synthesis works and applies to pigments and colorants. In this process, substances absorb certain colors of light and reflect others. The colors that are not absorbed are the ones we see. The primary colors of subtractive synthesis are cyan, magenta, and yellow. When you mix pigments or colorants, the substances absorb more wavelengths of light. The result is that the color we see is the sum of the colors that are not absorbed, hence the name subtractive. To understand subtractive synthesis better, let's talk about the color wheel. If a material absorbs a single color, the color we see is its complementary color, which is directly opposite on the color wheel. This happens because the color that is not absorbed is reflected back to us. For instance, if a pigment absorbs blue light, it will appear yellow to us because yellow is the complementary color of blue. And for example, observe something yellow, like a bowl of lemons with white light shining on it. The lemons are reflecting light wavelengths that we perceive as yellow and absorbing all other light wavelengths. We see a yellow color because its opposite color, blue, is subtracted from the white light.
Now let's talk about additive synthesis. Additive color works by mixing colors of light. The more colors of light you add, the closer you get to white light. The primary colors in additive synthesis are red, green, and blue, often called RGB, from which all the other colors of light are created. For example, combining red and green light produces yellow. You can see how additive color works on screens like computers, TVs, and phones. Each pixel on the screen lights up in different amount of red, green, and blue to make a specific color. So by mixing these three colors in each pixel, the screen creates the exact color needed. When all the pixels light up together, they form a complete picture. So in short, pigments and colorants have been used throughout history to bring color into our lives, and we now understand how colors are created through additive and subtractive synthesis. Thank you.